How you been, Sheri? You good?
Hello, good. Yo, this is the second time in, I would say, about 8 to 10 years that I am not wearing Spanx or a faja in public.
You're looking skinny mini, dog.
Yeah, I'm 147
And
from 183.
do you have a message for the kids on how to lose weight and, how to, inspire to be...
And Ozempic.
Oh,
and
man.
Ozempic. And eat right, eat healthy,
You're
work out.
You're on that no Ozempic diet.
Yep, I got damn nose beers and, yep, exactly. No Ozempic, that's good. That is good. Damn, Brad always thinks of the funniest shit, and I want to steal his jokes and use them on stage.
No. We've been doing that for a while. I want you to use the jokes.
I'm going to keep them.
You just keep me in your back pocket.
Like, I have all the premises, and you have the punchlines. God damn it.
Oh, man, I can't help it right now. Jokes. There's all this going through my brain. But, yeah, how much have you lost then now?
183, and I'm 147.
Damn, 35?
Mm-hmm.
Holy Christ.
Yeah.
And it's been like, what? It's been like 8 months?
November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, bring it
That's
on.
crazy. Damn.
Might be able to wear a sports bra and, shorts for the beach. We'll see.
There you go. It's crazy because they tell you when you're a kid, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. And then as soon as you're of age, they're like, actually, we got a bunch of drugs that'll help you out.
Yeah. I don't even think they talk about marijuana in the DARE program anymore.
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
I didn't know the DARE program was still around.
That's true too.
But maybe they are.
Something like it.
Maybe it's more just like a it's like a kink friendly community.
Exactly.
That meets in the basement down the street in Bushwick. That could be it.
Right. Fucking walls are sweating.
Oh God.
Smelly walls. Sweating.
You ever be walking by these places in New York late at night and I know you don't walk that much. I know you drive, but you ever drive by or walk by? And you see that it looks like the walls are sweating, like the music and the lights are pulsating and all that stuff.
They are. There's this sex party I used to go to in the basement of an Associated on Fifth Avenue in Park Slope, and the walls were wet.
Ugh.
They were wet.
Ugh.
They were wet.
And you hope it's just like you hope it's sweat.
Oh, I don't know.
Out of all the liquids it could be.
I think it's the plumbing. I think it's
oh God,
sweaty lesbians. I don't know.
Hey, well, if anyone knows about sweaty lesbians, it'd be you.
Yeah, I could take take you for a ride in that department. Write a book on it.
Oh man, don't give me a what do you call that? A segue like that. Give you a ride because I heard you gave a ride to someone recently.
Oh boy. Well, yeah. So
if you don't want to talk about it, it's cool. But you did set it up like that, so I figured I'd take a swing at it if you wanted to.
It was the wildest ride ever.
Now, Sheri is known in the comedy community in New York for having a car, amongst other things, because you drive in the city, and that's I would say 1 out of every 10 comics maybe has a car.
Yeah,
if that.
Rare. It's rare.
It is very rare.
Yeah.
You live a very adult. Not suburban because you do live in a city and you have a city job, but just like a more established, built-in foundation of a life here in New York than a lot of people that just come and go.
Yeah, exactly. And more like a Queens, like a lot of people from Queens drive.
Right.
So
true.
It's
yeah.
more like
if they drive in from Jersey or whatever.
Exactly. Staten Island.
Yeah. Right. So you have a car.
Yeah, and I was at a comedy club on the Upper West Side, and really famous comedian and actor from the 90s and I guess early 2000s, well established. If I said his name, you guys would 100% know who he is.
Please don't.
I'm not going to say his name.
Please don't. And you're not going to guess it.
No,
right?
And I'm not going to say what he's known for now because if I tell you, you'll know exactly who it is.
Right.
But anyway.
Any hint would be too obvious.
Right. So I'm talking to him outside, and I was like, I'll give you a ride, because he had to go to the stand. And I said, I'll give you a ride to the stand because I have to take the Manhattan Bridge home anyway. And he's like, oh, well, you can hang out in the green room if you want for a little bit, and then see how you feel. I said, all right. So I get in the car, and he gets in the front seat, and then he's like, oh, can you take me to the CVS right around the corner? I said, sure. So I didn't think he wanted me to come in. I pull up in front of the bus stop, and I'm like, okay, go ahead. He's like, no, you're coming in. You got to come in with me. Very demanding. very like, but he talks in a way where you can't tell if he's joking or not. So I'm just like, nah, I can't just leave my car in the bus stop. He's like, leave it at the bus stop. I'm like, oh, okay. So I go into CVS with him. As soon as he walks in the doors, he goes, hello, where's your makeup aisle? Where's your makeup aisle? And this is a man in his 50s, okay? And
or 60s.
He's 57 because I asked him.
He kept talking. Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ, Sheri, you keep giving away it. People have the internet.
Sure anyway, Sheri. I'm special ed. So we go and see, where's the makeup aisle?
I'm trying to help you here.
And I'm thinking he's joking, bro. And I'm like, makeup aisle? What the fuck is he talking about? And this like black girl comes out because it's like 9 at night or whatever, and she's eating a bag of hot Cheetos, and she has hot Cheeto dust all over her hands.
Is she working there?
Yeah, okay. She's working there. So I'm on my break, but it's in aisle 6. And then he's like, well, can you show me? And I was like, I got you, bro. I'll go with you. Let's go. So we go down to the aisle, and he's like, what's my shade? What's my color? And I'm like, me? You want me to tell you your color of makeup? First off, you're a 60-year-old man. I don't know what's happening right now. And he's like, all right, well, I need foundation, under eye makeup, foundation, same thing, powder, a little bit of blush. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, do I need special brushes too? And I'm like, you're in the movie industry. You've been in tons of movies. You've been in makeup. I don't know, bro. I have no idea.
Like,
I was like,
out of all the women to pick to take on a makeup run, like why do you look at you?
Right.
Like maybe take you to Dick's Sporting Goods or something like that. Try to pick out some batting gloves.
Right. Exactly. Right. Yeah. I mean, it was nuts. I felt like he was like fucking with me, but he wasn't fucking with me. It was for real. And so the girl comes with hot Cheeto dust on her fingers, and she's helping us too. And he's like, can you put it on? He buys and he says, can you put it on for me? It's Maybelline, first off. Ladies, I'm in my 40s. I don't wear Maybelline anymore. I wear like Estee Lauder, Prada, like brand name makeup. Because when you get old, you can tell. So it's Maybelline makeup. He said, I need it here under my eyes. I need it here. I need it here. And then I need to rub it all in, put the whatever. So me and this girl are putting this makeup on him in CVS. Now, she's wiping the Cheeto dust off her hands. Okay?
Nice.
And then puts hand sanitizer on, so then it just goes everywhere on her hands.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's Cheeto dust.
You need a wash after Cheeto dust. You need a wash. You don't need to sanitize. You need a wash.
Nuts. So she puts the under eye makeup on him, dabs it in with her Cheeto dust fingers, and then I take the brush and I like smooth it in for him, and then so I'm putting makeup on this guy, and I'm like, oh my God, I grew up watching you in the movies, and now I'm putting makeup on you in CVS with a girl with Cheeto dust on her fingers. This is insane. And so then we do that, and we get back in the car. Now, this isn't my normal car because I wrecked my car. That's another story. A cyclist ran into me, whatever.
Different story. Mm-hmm. Another time.
So we get into this fucking rental car. It's an SUV Buick, and I don't know where the lights are. And he's like demanding, turn on the lights. I want to see what it looks like. I'm like, you saw it's going to look better in CVS than it is in the car. You know?
Of course.
And so we turn on the lights, and like you can barely see, and someone is with us. And so he turns on his flashlight camera. I turn on mine. Homeboy puts on his, and we're all holding the things. So he's looking in the mirror, and he's like, no, it's not right. It's not right. So he starts fixing his makeup. And I'm like, oh my God, this is nuts. So I start driving. He gets a call from one of his lawyers because somebody's trying to sue him for something. And he's throwing around all these famous names, and I'm just driving like, this is fucking nuts. So we get to the stand, and we're driving around trying to find a parking spot, and there's a group of girls walking, probably about 4 or 5. And now I'm legally blind, but at the moment I had my glasses on, so I could tell at the moment that they were young. Okay, they had to have been between like 18 and 22 at the most.
Oh shit, super young.
Maybe they were 21
20s
to 23 or something.
Maybe 20s.
I mean, they were babies.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful night out. Yeah, and they're in, nice little skimpy clothes. Pull over. I'm like, what? He's like, pull over right now. And I'm like, for what? And I knew it. I was like, please don't let it be for this. Please don't let it be for this. Pull over. And I'm like, all right, so I pull over. And he's like, I got 45 minutes till my set. Let me go talk to these girls. And I pull over. Get out. You'll do good with me. Come on. You're a good wingman. Get out. So we get out of the car. And he goes up to these girls. And he's like, hey, and he's like starts recording them like, hey, what's up? And he's like doing like this, hey, what's up? Like, he's like, you know who I am, right? And they're like, look like they got hit by a car. like, they're like, we gotta go. No, I don't know who you are. And this motherfucker pulls out his IMDb, shows them.
Oh my God.
Never seen any of these movies? They're like, no.
They don't even know what IMDb is.
They weren't even born yet. They weren't even born yet. They have no idea. Like, well, that's me. And they're like, oh, great. We don't know you. Oh, this is my Instagram. Look how many followers I have. Look how famous I am. They're like, oh, great. That's great. And then they recognize the other person I was with instead of him. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
And that took a turn. So he got really upset, and he was like, we got back in the car, and then we drove around again for looking for a parking spot, and he made me pull over again for another group of girls.
Oh, my God.
He got out, did the same thing.
Oh, my God.
It was so weird, so annoying. And then we get to the stand, and I park, and he's like, oh, matter of fact, like, neither one of you are on the lineup, so maybe I'll just go in the green room by myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, bro just got rejected. Got makeup put on him with Cheeto dust and myself from CVS. You don't want us in the green room to hang out anymore. That's fine. And I want to go home because I'm terrified right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is nuts. Like, this is insane.
He needed to re-rack the balls to give it another break.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean...
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, he said he liked me and, like, you know, if I ever came out to, you know, where he's based, to hit him up. In
Oklahoma City.
Sure. Yeah, that's where he's based.
You can go do a bombing there.
Exactly. But that was wild. Okay, makeup, hitting on young women, recording it while he's all doing it. Like, it was insane.
That's wild. It is, it's weird how, like, just things that, like, seem so far from you when you're growing up, the closer they become, the weirder they are.
Yeah.
Not only are they weird, but it's almost always underwhelming too.
Right. It's true. It is. And I wanted to like impress him, so I lied and said that I jerked off to him in one of his movies. He looked like a girl. Because in one of the movies he looks like a really pretty girl.
All right,
he had, like,
all right.
You know?
Yeah.
And he really liked that. He was like, yeah, of course he did. And then he goes to me. He goes, I did look like a pretty girl, didn't I? I'm like, you did. And then he goes, and I'm legally blind, so I have to wear glasses to drive to see. Also, if I get pulled over, I will get arrested without my glasses on. So he's like, you need to take your glasses off. You're so much prettier without your glasses on. You have a beautiful face without your glasses on. Take them off. I said, I can't take them off. I'm driving. I won't be able to see. And then he takes my glasses off my face.
Oh, nice.
While I'm driving.
That's good that he was helping.
Yeah. And I was like, nah, bro, you don't understand.
You're like, I just hit a message courier yesterday. That's why I'm in a rental.
They hit me, bro. They hit me.
I know.
They hit me.
My bad.
The cyclist hit me.
Not only if the lawyers are watching, but just in truth, he did hit you.
He did hit me.
Yeah. He went through a red light. Mm-hmm. That's what happens when you go through a red light. You get hit by a lesbian in a fucking Honda Accord.
Exactly.
That's what happens.
Rocked, bro. He got rocked,
Damn.
man. And it was right after the Flophouse show that we just had.
Oh, that's right.
It was such a great time.
Yeah, you were like, I'm going to behave myself. I'm going to go home early. I'm not going to go out and drink.
No. I was. Thank God I didn't, because the cops would have been like, oh, you're DUI immediately.
Well, to be fair, if you had stayed out a little bit, then the guy would have went through the light.
That's what I thought, too.
You know?
My wife said that, too. My wife was like, you should have just went out with Brad and you wouldn't even hit the guy. And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
That's hilarious.
I just got fucking drunk.
What kind of fucking lesbian logic do you guys have going on over there? I was kidding.
Got dirty drunk and just not even ran into the guy.
Yeah, maybe you'll try harder when you're drinking and driving. You know, maybe you'll pay attention more.
It's true. Yeah, that is true.
Not that it was your fault for not paying attention.
No, so it was a green light, right? And he's coming down Washington, and I'm coming down whatever it was, and then I didn't see him at all. All of a sudden, I see him roll over my hood and smash into my windshield, and I was like, that's it. 21 years driving in New York. I've hit probably 3 moped people, 2 or 3 cyclists. You know what I mean? Like, this is the one where I finally killed someone. Statistically speaking, in 21 years, I'm bound to kill someone.
No,
you know?
Statistically speaking, you're not due to kill someone on a moped.
That was my first thought. I was like, that's it.
Girl math.
I killed a motherfucker. Girl math.
Girl math.
Yep. I killed him.
It's my turn to kill a messenger.
Yep, here we go. I killed him. So I get out of the car, and I'm like, he's not fucking moving. I'm like, yo, my first words are, yo, are you alive? Are you dead? Are you alive? And he's like, I can't move. And I'm like, you're alive? And then my second words to him were, it's your fault. You ran the light.
Yeah.
It's your fault. You ran the light. Say it. Say it right now. I said, say it. Say you ran the light. And he's like, yeah, I ran the light. It's my fault.
Good job.
Fuck that, bro. And he goes, can you take my book bag off me and move me out of the middle of the street? I said, I'm not touching you.
Yeah.
I'm not touching you because if I injure you, then that's it.
Yeah.
Cops get there. EMTs get there. They move him. He tells the cops that he says, I was on shrooms. I thought I was flying. I didn't even know I was on a bicycle.
God.
I didn't even know I was on a bicycle. I thought I was flying.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're
mentally
okay.
I'm driving a Buick SUV right now. And the license plate is LBT, bro.
Damn.
Lesbian, bisexual, transgender.
I respect it.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. Then you pull up next to me, you see that license plate, and you're like, what, you get that on purpose? And I'm like, no, it's a rental.